Today I'd like to do a video on my water module for my bug out bag version 3.0. As you're probably familiar, water is part of the big three of survival or prepping, that being food, water, and shelter. And usually you want to set up your shelter in place first, but you want to keep in mind where your water source is going to be. So water is very important. You can only survive 3 days without water. So let's get started with this video featuring the water module. Since water is such an important part for emergencies and survival situations, I really wanted to apply the rule of 3, or I sometimes call it the power of 3, to my water module. And what I mean by that is this. So I wanted to have 3 different methods of storing or containing water. I wanted to have 3 methods of filtering or purifying water, and I also wanted to have water, physical water, on hand. I didn't want to start immediately having to look for a water source and start filtering from there. I wanted to have it ready to go in an emergency situation. So I really tried to apply the rule of 3 to my water module. These are the items of my water module for my Urban Bug Out Bag version 3.0. As we discussed in the video, the color of prepping, the color that I have associated with water is blue, so that's why you see the blue e-bags over there. So let's start going through the items now. The most important item to include in your water module is actual water. I think it's a good idea to have at least 2 liters of water in your bug out bag. They recommend having 3 gallons for 72 hours, but that'd be kind of heavy. That's over 25 pounds or so. So I at least like having 2 liters of water with me in my kits. So bug out bags, get home bags, all of them, I include the 2 liters in there, so you don't have to immediately start looking for water in an emergency situation. As you see here, I have 2 different versions of the water bottle. I'm still trying to decide whether I want to go with a plastic water bottle, which will be a little bit lighter, or go with the glass water bottle, which will last a lot longer. It's not that the water will expire, but the container starts to deteriorate over time. So 2 liters of water. In an earlier video, I went over the items of my H2Go bag, which is the primary module for my bug out bag, and it includes a few items that I consider part of my water module as well. So let's go over those items now. First item is a water bottle. This is a stainless steel water bottle. This one's made by Guyette Designs, and this is one of the 5 C's of survival, having a container. And there's a lot of different options that you could choose for a stainless steel water bottle, but make sure that you have it be a single wall bottle so you could use it for boiling water. If you use one of the vacuum sealed ones, the double walled ones, they could explode if you were trying to boil them. So a stainless steel water bottle for a container, single walled, and this one's made by Guyette Designs. I chose this particular one because it worked really well for my H2Go module. The Way Sillcock Key is a primary tool for my water module because it could be used for obtaining water in an urban environment. This has 4 different heads on here that you could use for going into an industrial part of a building which has a water faucet out there. They don't often have actual handle on there. You need to have the key on there, and this is the Way Sillcock Key used for obtaining water from industrial buildings. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I like having 3 different container options. So we went over the stainless steel water bottle. We also went through some plastic or glass water bottles that already have water in it. The 3rd container is having a water bladder. I think this is the most popular and easy container for backpacking, for hiking, just due to the ease of access. So there's a lot of different options for water bladder. This particular one is made by Platypus. It's the Platypus Big Zip Sl3 3-liter or 100-ounce water bladder. So it's very handy. You just insert it into the water bladder pocket area of your backpack and then run the hose and have it on the shoulder straps of your backpack, and then you just have quick access to water. You don't have to stop to grab your stainless steel water bottle or anything like that. You just grab the hose, take a drink of water, and go. So in an emergency situation, I would probably end up just dumping the water that I already have in my backpack into the water bladder, have these as empties that I could fill up later, or I could also use that Way Sillcock Key for accessing water and just filling up that water bladder. So I have 3 liters of water ready to go in my backpack. Let's start going through the remaining items of the water module. So as you see here, I have an e-bags kind of packet storage cube, very similar to the ones that I use by Eagle Creek. I chose e-bags for this version of my Urban Bug Out Bag just because it comes in multiple colors. It comes in all the colors that I include in the color of prepping video. So blue, red, white, black, gray, you name it, it has it. With Eagle Creek, they don't have as many color options. So now we need to talk about water filtration or water purification. And so the primary item that I have for that is stored in here. For my water filtration, I choose the Platypus Gravity Works 2.0 water filtration system. This is an awesome water filter because it's gravity based. I don't have to do any work on this one. I've come to expect that in an emergency situation with my network of family and friends, I'm really going to be the one that has the primary preparedness type items with us, and I want to be able to make sure that I can provide water for all the people that are important to me. So the problem with my previous version, I think I had the K-Dent Hiker Pro, I believe. That was more of a pump-based water filter, and you had to spend time actually pumping that, and spending time and energy. With the Platypus Gravity Works, you're just able to let gravity do all the work for you while you could be doing other things. So I could quickly obtain some water and start filtering it right away just using gravity. So let's take this out and show you. The Gravity Works is a very simple design but quite effective. So basically you have two 4-liter bags. You have a dirty bag and a clean bag, and then you have a hose with a filter that runs between, and it indicates what direction the flow is going with the water. So basically you're going to fill up the dirty bag with the water that you want to filter up to 4 liters. You're going to run the hose in between, and then you're going to lift it up so it's elevated and let gravity take the water through the filter system into the clean bag, and then you're going to fill up that 4 liters and you're going to have 4 liters of clean water. So if you wanted to, you could also put your water bladder there and purify the water that way into the water bladder bag, or you could actually use your stainless steel water bottle too. So a lot of different options. Basically what I do is I just fill up that 4-liter bag and then apply it to all my other systems. So this is a great way of having 8 liters of water at your campsite. So basically you would fill this one up with the 4 liters, have it go into the clean one, fill it up again, carry it with you to your campsite. Then you have 4 liters of clean water, you have 4 liters of dirty water, and then later on at the campsite you could run that through the filtration system again, and then you have 8 liters of water. So I thought this was a really great way of me having a lot of liters of water at a bug out type site or even at a campsite. This is mainly used for backpacking camping, but I think it is also applicable for a survival situation. I also included the Gravity Works carbon element. The carbon basically is used to improve the taste of the water, just in case there's any kind of funky taste to it. And the reason why it's still in the package over here is that with carbon-based filters, that as soon as carbon gets exposed to air, it starts degrading or losing its effectiveness. So I wanted to keep it in the plastic storage bag that it was stored in. So I also include a carbon element. For water sources that are extra dirty, for example, maybe they have viruses or anything like that, the Gravity Works isn't really going to filter that. So I wanted to include some chemical-based water purification tablets. These are made by Msr. These are the Msr Aqua Tabs, and their primary use in my particular system is to be used for that extra dirty water that might have some other contaminants that the Gravity Works won't filter. So the Msr Aqua Tabs. I also included some no-seam mesh and a hairband in the water module for my urban bug out bag, and this is mainly used if I wanted to do a quick filtration of water and I just wanted to get the larger particles out before I put it in to something like the stainless steel water bottle. I would use the hairband and the no-seam mesh on top of it, and just kind of use it as a first line of defense for filtration, and then the hairband could attach it to it. So I also include some no-seam mesh and a hairband. So as always, I've included a PDF document that you could download by clicking the link in the description box below. It has a list of all the items included in this water module, just in case you wanted to find out the specifics on it. So as you can see, all the items that I have in here are fairly lightweight. A lot of it's just plastic based filtration and storage systems, in addition to the stuff like the stainless steel water bottle and the actual water itself. So the water itself is going to be what weighs the most. Everything else is fairly lightweight. And in addition to all the items that you see here, you could always boil water using the cooking pot that I include in my cooking module, which we'll see in a future video. But this concludes all the items in my water module. That's going to do it for this video featuring my water module. I included a PDF document that you could download by clicking the link in the description box below. It has a list of everything that I've included for my water module. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. Please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comment section, and stay tuned for the next part of the big 3, being my food module. Thanks for watching.